Hi y'all, how's it going? For some reason the camera is like picking up the lights weird and is like strobing faint shades of color. Um, I'm gonna let it happen because my life is kind of ravey, so I might as well. I don't know if it's gonna show up, but I think it does. I'm gonna run with it. Here's my shirt, which is really rad. This is oh shoot. Bicycle Fetish Day, 5th annual, it doesn't say on there, 5th annual Bicycle Fetish Day, which I DJ'd for in 2009 through the city reliquary. I guess I've just given you enough personal information to figure out exactly who I am. Oops. But it was bound to happen. Um, anyway, the artist is a really cool artist in Brooklyn, and that was a really fun event. So it's a somewhat unique shirt. Booyaka. I just came home from work and I was really excited about growing my nails out. I've been having fun with that, and I'm doing really well. And they were sort of getting long, and I was really embarrassed at work. Like I always usually get embarrassed of long nails, but now I really want them, and so I didn't cut them. But I was still kind of embarrassed of them because doing like the hand job with guys, which I'm very good at, is nails complicate that. So I get really self-conscious. And somebody over there mentioned it last time that I had a sharp nail or something. So I was kind of hiding my nails, and I was gonna cut them, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna get through it because I'm not gonna see them for 2 weeks. It's the other karaoke, the one I was worried about before. And I'm not going to see them for 2 weeks. I'll get to keep my nails really long. These are filed weird, more like that one. But because I was filing them at work, right? But anyway, packing up my equipment between like leaving the place and getting home. Somehow my nail broke without me noticing. Like it didn't even hurt. I didn't even notice. So I kind of ruined my whole scheme. See my big fucking dude claws. Sorry, but I was getting really excited about it. And now I'm all like screwed. Oh well. I went to therapy today. That was really fun. I like my therapist a lot. Talked about a lot of things. We talked about my family and how, she was leading me to say this, I think, but I think my family are leading me to this kind of answer. But I think my family would have treated me a lot differently had they known I was a girl. And I don't know. It doesn't upset me too much because whatever, it's life. But it's a little weird to think about. And talked about when I got laser, and and I think I said this before on the video, but any big change, I didn't say this, I get a little lost, and even though I was so excited about it, I started to have some doubts. I think it's just my process, and I don't know, I really think if I were seeing me from the outside, things would be a lot more clear. I think it would be more obvious to me that I was on the right path and doing the right thing if I was, observing myself as a third party. After therapy, I went to Old Navy to replace some. I bought a couple tops. I think I said, and they were too small because I was too chicken to try them on. And so I finally went back and bought a couple of the next size up, and we'll see how it goes. They were really cheap. They were cheaper than the first time, actually. Oh shoot, this nail's getting fucked up. Damn it. But the checker's name, the clerk's name was Lexi, and I was excited, and I had asked her about it, and she said she didn't like it at first, but then she started to like it. She looked cool and fun and funky, and so it was a fun moment. I want to talk a little bit about what it's like to be me right now. And really, I don't have the notes together for this because this should be like one big long video by itself. But I'm going to talk a little bit about that. One thing is, since coming out to myself, I watched a couple more, gender swap movies that I hadn't seen before. I've always paid special attention to those movies, good or bad, throughout my life, and I always knew why. But I hadn't seen She's the Man with Amanda Bynes, which is really not a very good movie, but I saw it, and if you've seen it, it's a fairly good representation of how I feel dealing with the world. I feel like Amanda Bynes in that movie, like trying to be a boy, and like being totally dumb at it, and getting some things right and some things being like, what's this thing that I have to use? And and like fooling everybody, but kind of fooling everybody, and then eventually totally failing. Anyway, that really sums up my human interaction for the last bunch of years. Also, another sort of, it's not a metaphor, but another scheme I thought to convey my experience was, that people's biases against trans women, or trans people in general, but trans women in my case, potential abuse and just general attitude. I mean, it's sort of like, it's like abuse in that, like, the right way to think about it is, would they treat their sisters and daughters this way? Or even just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess they would, considering the street harassment, but the street harassment episode that I described before. But, can you imagine somebody like, pushing around their sister, or any girl, you know what I mean? Because guys are so chivalrous, but can you imagine a guy being in a bar and then just randomly starting to pick on a girl at the bar, and then, pushing them for being too feminine, and like pushing them around, and you can imagine to what, you can use your imagination at the end of that scenario, but even in social, shunning, if I came out to people, to maybe the macho clients at my karaoke, or anybody, can you imagine those people, ridiculing their sister for, it is exactly this, but it's like, a girl knowing that if they express themselves, that someone's going to laugh at them, and someone's going to hate them, and someone's going to want to push them or kick them. I mean, that's where I'm at. Like, really, guys? Guys are so macho about treating women nicely, supposedly, and I realize why they don't see it the same way, but it's really cruel, and it's really a shame that they can't see it the way it's best represented. Gosh, I've got so much more I want to talk about, but I don't like videos that go longer than this, so more later. Thanks. I hope that made sense. I could probably say it more clearly. Cool.